Keir Starmer does not want you to watch this video because it's a clear example of promises made, promises broken. Hey up everyone and welcome to Political Nerds. I'm Steph the Alter Nerd, your nerdy political guide from Washington DC to Westminster and beyond. In today's video I'm going to show you this clip that Keir Starmer does not want you to watch. Now do your own research, come to your own conclusions, and as a disclaimer, I am not inciting hatred to anyone or a particular group, religion, etc. So let's jump into it with this clip that Keir Starmer does not want you to watch at all. And if he had his way, would be deleted from the internet forever. Now, thanks to Kevin Edgar at KEdge23 for sharing this in the first place. And he writes below, it'd be a shame if we all shared this Labour lie before the local elections. I know, it would be such a shame, wouldn't it, guys? He then says, you simply can't believe anything Keir Starmer says. Don't vote Labour. I couldn't agree more. I really couldn't agree more. Here is a clear example as why we simply cannot believe anything that two-tier Keir says. The clip is just under a minute long. Let's go.
I'm determined to put money back in the pockets of working people. And that's why a Labour government would freeze council tax this year. No ifs, no buts.
Labour would freeze council tax next year.
We're going to freeze council tax next year.
You could rip up that council tax bill because you would not pay a penny more than you paid last year.
Yes, you heard it right. Not a penny more on your council tax.
But none of those pledges in our manifesto requires increases in council tax.
No, we're not planning to reform council tax.
That is what we would do in government.
Is he going to do what a Labour government would do and announce an immediate freeze in council tax bills?
We're often asked the question, when you criticise the government, what would you do? Well, we're saying what we would do. We would freeze council tax. We would freeze council tax.
Yeah. Keir Starmer and his Labour cronies over and over and over again on the campaign trail saying that they would freeze council tax. Yeah, no, they haven't frozen council tax at all. Another clear example of Labour's new way of promises made and promises broken. They haven't frozen council tax, but they have certainly allowed our pensioners, our elderly, to freeze during the winter by taking away the winter fuel allowance from them. They're happy to freeze our pensioners and our elderly. Not so happy anymore to freeze our council tax bills. I wonder why. Here we've got from The Independent, council tax bills rise by 5% for a third year in a row as cost pressures bite. Cost pressures, in other words, the insane issues of the cost of living that's happening right now in the UK. Over and over again, you saw this clip where Keir Starmer's turning around and saying, we are going to freeze council tax when we are elected. Yeah, it's just risen by a third year in a row. Their first full year of being in power, and they haven't frozen shiz apart from our pensioners and our elderly. This is insane. So yeah, council tax bills are rising by 5% for a third year in a row, despite Labour repeating promises that they were going to freeze council tax bills. But not only that, 9 in 10 councils in England are going to go for the council tax increase, the maximum, which is 5%. So, the Labourites could turn around and say, well, it's only a couple, really, of councils that are really increasing the council tax bill to the maximum of 5%. No. It's 90% of councils are going to increase council tax by the maximum technically allowed of 5%. I say technically allowed because some councils, for some reason, have been able to skirt that maximum and go even beyond that. One of the most famous cases in England right now is Bradford in West Yorkshire, and their council tax is going to be increased by nearly 10%. Another one that's not that well known, in my opinion, okay, is up in Scotland. And you've got Falkirk that's going to get a council tax rise of almost 16%. So you've got places in Scotland and in England where council tax is going to be rising, a percentage rise, by double figures, really, in the grand scheme of things. 9 out of 10 councils are opting to increase by the technical maximum of 5%. And you have Keir Starmer here and his Labour cronies on the campaign trail repeatedly saying they would not increase council tax in the first year. They would put a freeze on it. And that would be it. Well, promises made, promises broken. They're not happy all of a sudden to put a freeze on our council tax bills, but they are happy to freeze our pensioners and our elderly during the winter. Like, seriously, I didn't vote Labour, okay? So my conscience, as far as I'm concerned, is definitely clear. How could people not see through Keir Starmer's blatant lies? And I'm going to call him out and say blatant lies. Because over and over and over and over, he's saying that there would be a council tax freeze. And that's not happened. So I am going to call him out, and I'm going to call him an absolute out-and-out liar on this. How could people not see through his manifesto as being nothing more but BS? The paper the manifesto's freaking written on ain't worth me wiping me backside with. That's how worthless Keir Starmer, his manifesto, and his Labour promises are at this point. That's how worthless it all is. It's absolutely insane. And more people need to call Keir Starmer out on this issue with council tax. Time and time again promising that there wouldn't be an increase, and here we are, seeing in some places record increases that we couldn't even think was imaginable. Now do you see what I'm saying? That Keir Starmer does not want you to watch this video at all. Because I'm literally putting up the mirror to him at this point and saying, look what you said on the campaign trail. And look how you have made these promises and broken them. He ain't going to like that. And he and his government have a lot to answer for, because this ain't the only promise that Labour made on the campaign trail and have since broken since coming into power. And they can make all the excuses in the world, but it just won't wash with me. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course, there's going to be more, you do not want to miss my next video, then make sure you subscribe to join our alternate tribe here at Political Nerds. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. What do you think to this clip right here? Do you agree with my sentiment that Keir Starmer is not happy with freezing the council tax bills, but he's more than happy to freeze our pensioners and our elderly during the winter months? Do you agree with that sentiment? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.